Hi and welcome to another video. Today I want to share with you the story of how I went out and camped in a car to try to photograph polar lights here in Berlin. It all started last week when I woke up and I saw all over the news that people photographed polar lights here in Europe. Now this got me really excited, and obviously I wanted in on all the fun and found out that tonight as well there should be polar lights. So I've made it my mission to try my best and photograph these. And to do so, I've created a plan. I decided I'm going to rent a car, drive outside of the city and create a time lapse to have the best chance of catching these few moments of these polar lights. Alright, so I've made the plan, I packed a bunch of stuff, and then I actually went ahead and rented a car and just pulled down the back seats, put in a mattress and drove outside of the city. This is because I don't want the noise of the city lights to interfere with the stars you see in the sky. After I arrived with my car, the first thing I did is set up my tripod outside and decided I'm going to do my first time lapse. I did this for two reasons. One, to figure out how these turn out, and two, to try to capture all the clouds I saw that are moving by and maybe get the sky like getting dark and all the stars appearing. Now, to do so, I decided to shoot 300 images with the following settings. I'll just put on the screen somewhere, and let me show you my first result of this night. Okay, this was the first time-lapse I created this evening, and I was looking at it. I could kind of see actually some polar lights appearing, in my opinion, because there was some purple and some blue hue in the sky which shouldn't have been there. So at this point I'm very optimistic, I'm very excited. But it still wasn't dark enough, so I've decided to wait until midnight so I have the best chance to catch these lights. Also, I knew that the peak should be around 3 AM. So I've decided to just start at midnight, see how it turns out, and then if I have another chance, do another time lapse. Now keep in mind, if you're trying to shoot time lapses on the Fuji X100VI camera and you want to shoot these pictures in RAW so you can edit them later, these take up a lot of space on your memory card. So one mistake that I did is I didn't bring enough storage space. So keep in mind that if you're shooting like 300, 400, or maybe you want to shoot for several hours, you will need to take at least 1,000 pictures, and these can take up very easily 60-70 gigabytes of storage. So if you want to do this as well, make sure you bring enough SD cards. Back to photographing. It's midnight. I'm out, it's cold, it's dark, but I don't care. I'm gonna shoot these polar lights, right? So I've set up my tripod and I wanted to point the camera at the stars, but also have the forest in the background. So setting up the settings for someone who has maybe shot stars one time in her life was actually kind of difficult, because first of all, you have no idea how the picture is going to turn out until you try it, because the LCD screen will just be pitch black. So you need a shutter counter of at least 2 to 3 seconds to have something on your image. So what I did is I've shot a single picture, looked at the results and tried to figure out what the best settings are to get the desired look. So if you have any tips on how to photograph stars and what are the best camera settings for that, feel free to let me know. But this is what I have ended up doing. And here are the final results of my starry night experience. So as you can see, I got a really nice time-lapse of the stars moving across, and I even think I caught maybe a shooting star or two. I did not get the polar lights as the images, or like the images in the news, but you know what? I'm okay with it. The next time maybe I'll be more prepared. But I think this is a really fun experience. I enjoyed doing it, and if you had any luck photographing these polar lights last week, let me know, share your image in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.